Well, we're 1 month in. CVVA has experienced a lot of change, not just in the past month since school started, but also in the past few months as we've gotten ready. We're 1 month in, and so are you, and hopefully each week is getting better and better. With all of the changes that have happened, I remain committed to aligning your experience on K-12 with CVVA's vision. Our vision is to provide a modern learning experience that's relationship driven. With over 400 learners, relationship is still at the heart of what we do. So as we move forward today, I'm going to share 3 important updates that's going to make sure that relationship stays a part of who we are and what we offer to you. So gather around. Make sure that you're watching this with your learner. Pause it if you need to, because this information and these 3 updates are really important. The 3 updates are going to be about the K-12 assessments, updates to the weekly support that's provided to your family, and the 3rd update is going to be about the K-12 courses themselves. Let's get started with the K-12 assessments. So hopefully by now you know that K-12 provides courses, and some of those courses have the name Summit in them. These courses should be your focus each day. There are also some courses that have the word Stride in the name. These are enrichment opportunities. Stride courses are optional and kind of like a special reward. So focusing on those Summit courses, we want to unpack the 3 kinds of assessments that K-12 has built into their program. They have small quizzes that are within the lesson. They have assessments at the end called unit assessments. Those are the bigger ones that feel like a test. And then there's also a 3rd kind of assessment that some grades have called the big idea or mini projects. We're evaluating all 3 kinds of those assessments that K-12 has. We're also taking a closer look at the 80% mastery that K-12 expects. So here's our update moving forward. First, the quizzes we know can be taken more than once. Be sure that your learner and the coach are reviewing before you take a second attempt at a quiz. Or connect with your CVVA instructor during a Zoom session that week if you're kind of feeling shaky. About those unit assessments, those bigger ones at the end that feel like a test, typically K-12 gives 1 attempt for those big unit assessments. K-12 also expects an 80% mastery level. At CV, our focus is on your child's growth and progress through the unit. So if your child doesn't reach that 80% mastery on a unit assessment, that's okay. If you're not sure if your learner is ready before they take a unit assessment, message your CVVA instructor before you attempt it to check in with them before you begin your unit assessment. And last, those big ideas, those mini projects, some grade levels have them on top of the quizzes and the unit assessments. So moving forward, each grade level is going to keep some of those big idea mini projects, and some will also be hidden to give your family a healthier balance. We hope that these assessment updates will bring you a better relationship with learning and a better relationship with your child. The second update that we have for you today has to do with the weekly support that's offered to each grade level. Remember, there's about 400 learners right now, and last year there was 30. But relationship is still at the core of what we do. There's about 10 instructors right now that are designated to CVVA. And our goal remains building relationships with your learners and also relationship with the coaches, the adults. We're making a commitment to post the weekly support options every Monday morning on Class Dojo. Simply pop into Class Dojo first thing Monday morning, and take a look at the Zoom sessions that your instructor is offering throughout the week. Some families even told us they set a reminder on their phone ahead of the Zoom meeting to help remind them. And some families even write up a little post-it note and stick it on the child's device. Wednesday, Zoom session, 1:30, Mr. Rhinesmith. Find ways to remind yourself and your learner that attending those Zoom sessions is a part of that relationship. It's a part of your success this year. So every grade level might actually call these support sessions something different. They might give it a different name, but there's 3 kinds of support that we are offering. The first kind of support, the instructor, CVVA instructor, brings relationship-based activities to the group. I call them Group Connect, but I know in kindergarten, Miss Deviney is offering a lunch bunch. So it might look different at each grade level, but those Zoom sessions that are relationship-based are just as critical. Will give your child that social emotional development that's really just as important as their academics. The second kind of support is small group support. This is academics. This is where the CVVA instructor brings skill-based support to a Zoom session in a small group. Those are important for your child to attend, especially if a unit assessment's coming up, or maybe they're feeling a little shaky or a little uncertain, or maybe you just want them to build their confidence. Strongly encourage them to jump into those small group support sessions each week. And last, we're offering another type of support that we haven't offered before. It's called office hours, and it's going to work like this. Office hours is a time for you, the learner, and the coach to bring your topics and questions to us. So many of you are already doing this effectively in Class Dojo, but we also know that sometimes things are just kind of lost in the translation, in the texting, in the sentences, and you might actually find it a better option for your family to go to the office hours and bring your issue or your question privately to your CVVA instructor for a quick solution. These office hours are going to be sign up only because it is going to be more private. We're also going to ask that you tell us the topic or the issue ahead of time so that they can prepare adequately before your office hours begins. So again, we've got lots of weekly support options. We're here for you and we're in this together. So jump into those relationship-based Zooms. Make sure that you're setting a reminder to come to that small group support for skills. And if you really want to connect one-on-one live, sign up for those office hours as well. You guys are doing a great job using Class Dojo to message your CVVA instructor. Keep in mind that they've got about 50, sometimes even 60 at a grade level, and we're doing our absolute best to get back to you as quickly as we can. This update about the weekly support, we hope, gives you another avenue to get in touch with us so that we can move forward. So the first update was about the K-12 assessments. Second update was about the weekly support. We are at our last and final update, and it's about the K-12 courses themselves. We've realized that some of the K-12 courses are more rigorous than what anybody anticipated. We're specifically aligning science, history, social studies, and math courses to mirror the topics at Conestoga Valley. And we're also adjusting the timeline to provide your family a better balance. Many of you have also been honest and shared how the music course might be an incredible challenge for your child. So the music update sounds like this. We are going to pause the music course for now because CVVA is developing an alternative choice. In the coming week or two, we're going to email every single family a simple survey. If your family wants to keep the K-12 music course, we'll turn it back on. Or if your family would like to choose the CV music course, it will be self-directed and on a different platform called Schoology. We'll share more details about that coming soon, but for now, all you need to know is that we're pausing music temporarily until we get some of those final details for the music course pinned down. I'll send out a survey with all of the details, so please stay tuned. That's it. Those are the ways that we are continuing to adjust and adapt ourselves and the CVVA experience to better serve the families. Relationship is at the core of what we do, and we want to make sure during this bizarre time, your child is still growing, your child is still curious, and that the relationship between you and your child is strengthened, not compromised. We're in uncharted territory. While it may feel like it sometimes, know that you are not alone. We're in this together, and I truly believe that these 3 updates to the assessments, the weekly support, and the adjustments to the courses will bring you comfort and assurance moving forward. Have a fabulous fall weekend.